Possibility Films. This must be the one and only Peter Szabo. So, hello, Pete. Let's jump into your shots here. All right. Go slow Wi-Fi. Go slow Wi-Fi. There we go. A lonely Charlie-bound tree in the middle of a field. Oh, okay. This is again playing with the tree in the middle of everything. And you know what? Okay, I like this. Here's why. First of all, this tree is isolated because he's framed this up, shooting across the field. He's framed it up so that this lone tree has this white field as a background. If you had gone lower, it gets completely lost amidst this whole other group of dead trees in the back. Dead looking, barren trees in the back, and you would have lost it completely. So this was a very nice framing. Second of all, tells a little bit of a story. If sometimes I look and see stories, but this is all completely subjective. But this is the one lone tree looking out amongst, hey guys, all his friends and family are over there, but he can't get there. He's alone. He's alone in the middle of this barren wasteland, and everybody's over there. Or if you want a positive spin, he's the daring one who's breaking away from the herd, and he's, entering out into the vast unknown of the world, and it's uplifting, whichever way you want to spin it. But good. Yep, I like that one. What were you shooting at here? 1/2500. Woo, okay. Yeah, okay. I guess you had to, must have been a nice bright day. Looks a little on the underside, so actually, would have brought that exposure up a little bit more. This looks a bit more, if we are going interpretive for subjective here for a second, then because it's a little on the lower side, the snow isn't a perfect white. The whole scene itself is a little darker. That's probably what made me say, oh, it's this poor sad tree. But if you want to bump that up and save it a little bit, you could have slowed down the aperture just a bit so that you blow out the snow a little bit more. It comes out more white, and it's a brighter scene overall. But that's subjective. That's completely different. It's still a really good exposure you got. Rock on. What is that? A cup in the middle. Nice. A cup in the middle of a snow wasteland. Frozen in time, in place, forever and ever, for someone to come across and discover and claim as treasure, as valuable as it is. Very cool. 1/1250, 2.8. Cool. I like how you're playing with the aperture all the way open now to isolate that. That's how that works really well, because there is some texture to play with here. So in the snow, so by isolating, focus on the red trash cup here. You blur out the background, the texture of the background, so my eye immediately goes there. You framed it off center, so it's more right, and it's obviously red. So boom, that makes it pop out straight from all the rest of the snow here. Beautiful. That does her. Hydrant. Boom. Color against white. Yep, that's a one damn colorful Christmassy hydrant. I wonder if you open that up, does it like spew Christmas cheer? That's where Christmas cheer comes from. It must be. But yep, that's again, it's slightly under, so it's perfectly fine. But you could probably afford to bring it up just a little bit. Again, probably with the shutter. If you because you're all the way wide open at 2.8. I'm guessing with that 24-70 lens. So 1/640. You still can spare a little bit of shutter. Slow it down just a little bit. Brighten that snow up, but not too much, because you do want to keep the texture of the snow here. Otherwise, it just looks like a bright hydrant against a nice a flat white if you blow it out too much. So not too much. You probably did well here to keep it like that. But yep, there you go. And let's see, we got what is this, a bird feeder hanging in the wind out in the cold weather. Cool. Okay. And you're shooting at 2.8 still, aren't you? Yes, you are. Good for you. Shooting at f2.8, blowing out that rest of the background. And we've got a guiding line here. This fence brings us into the bird feeder here. That's what that fence does. Brings it right into it. That doesn't always work, but that usually does. So finding a guiding line to bring for the viewer's eye to follow and find our way into the subject of our photo. So there we go. That works out very well. Yeah, beautiful job, man. I may have stepped a little bit to the left to just kind of lose this here. I wonder what that may have done for the image, to lose this wall and this lamp here, just so that it's all you had was this sticking out, which I kind of like how it's on an angle. The image is rightly oriented, but this thing is just kind of on an angle. But that's just what I would have done, but nothing wrong with what you did here. I see a beautiful sky. I see, what is that? Is that a hawk? That is a hawk. Nice. I love how everybody's been shooting birds. That's awesome. I don't have to do a bird challenge. That's fantastic. And this tells a story. This has got it all right here. Cool. So this is at 5.6 or at 2.8, isn't it? Yes, 2.8. You properly exposed to grab enough detail of the sky and the clouds, which is great, because thank God that the clouds were in the sky for this one, and you got it for that, because otherwise it would have been blue, and a clear cloudless sky tells a different story. It's not necessarily wrong, but I like how they got the swirling texture here. I really dig it, especially with these straight lines going across here. I love a lot of this image, dude. This is good, because we got guiding lines, and we got also a pattern here. So guiding lines leading us to this hawk that's dead center here, and also a pattern of lines. So like boom, line here, line here, line here. And against that sky, this is beautiful. Plus, I actually like how it's positioned behind the hawk. The hawk is kind of looking up off into the sky. This tells a story here too. What could the story be? The hawk that dreams of flight, or it's looking out in the swirling vastness, ready to explore it. It tells a lot without seeing the front of the hawk, without seeing the face of it. I dig this image a lot, dude. You got me in love with with this image. This is good. At first I didn't think I was going to find as much with that one, but I found a lot to it, and this was really, really good. I dig it. Very, very good job. Awesome exposure on that one. Wouldn't change a thing. So that's all your submissions for this week, Pete. Thank you so very, very much for sending those in. Those were awesome, especially that hawk shot. That's a keeper. Keep that one, dude. As always, I love your style, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you turn in next week as well. Peace.